The top 10 highest grossing films of all time. Hello friends, welcome back to Q&A, and today I am back with another top 10 video, and this one's about the top 10 highest grossing films of all time. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, just press that red subscribe button as well as the bell icon nearby so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright, so moving on to the video, we will be going from the top 10 movie on our list to the top 1 movie on our list. Number 10, Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is a 2019 American 3D computer animated musical fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios. It is the 50th animated film produced by a studio and is a sequel to 2013 film Frozen. Produced on a budget of $150 million, it has a massive box office collection of $1.45 billion. It is also the third highest grossing film of 2019 and the second highest grossing animated film of all time. And how can we forget about the song Into the Unknown?
Into the unknown.
Number 9, Furious 7. Furious 7 or Fast and Furious 7 is a 2015 American action thriller film directed by James Wan and written by Chris Morgan. A sequel to 2013's Fast and Furious 6, it is the seventh installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. It also marks the final film appearance of Paul Walker, who died in a single vehicle accident on November 30 of 2013. Produced on a budget of $190 million, it has a box office collection of $1.516 billion. It is also the highest grossing film of the franchise and is the third highest grossing film of 2015. Number 8, The Avengers. Marvel Avengers Assemble or The Avengers is a 2012 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics superhero team of the same name. Produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, it is the sixth film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Produced on a budget of $220 million, it has a box office collection of almost $1.519 billion, thus beating Furious 7 by a margin of $3 million. It is also the highest grossing film of 2012 and is the first Marvel production to generate $1 billion in ticket sales. Number 7, The Lion King. The Lion King is a 2019 American musical drama film directed and produced by Jon Favreau, written by Jeff Nathanson and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. It is a photorealistic computer animated remake of Disney's traditionally animated 1994 film of the same name. Produced on a budget of $250 to $260 million, it has a massive box office gross of almost $1.657 billion. It is also the second highest grossing film of 2019 and the highest grossing animated film of all time. Number 6, Jurassic World. Jurassic World is a 2015 American science fiction adventure film. It is the fourth installment of the Jurassic Park film series and the first installment of the planned Jurassic World trilogy, while also serving as a direct sequel to the franchise's first film, Jurassic Park, which was released in 1993. Produced on a budget of $150 million, it has a massive box office collection of $1.671 billion. It is also the second highest grossing film of 2015. Alright guys, we are officially moving on to the top 5 films of our list, with each one of them having a box office collection of over $2 billion. Number 5, Avengers Infinity War. Who doesn't know Avengers Infinity War? Anyone who hasn't been living underground for the past 2 years knows of Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War is a 2018 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics superhero team, the Avengers. It was produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the sequel to The Avengers, released in 2012, and Avengers Age of Ultron, released in 2015, and is the 19th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Produced on a massive budget of $316 to $400 million, it has a massive box office collection of $2.048 billion. It is also the fourth film and the first superhero film to gross over $2 billion worldwide. It is also the highest grossing film of 2018. Number 4. Star Wars The Force Awakens. Star Wars The Force Awakens, also known as Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens, is a 2015 American epic space opera film produced, co-written and directed by J.J. Abrams. It is the first installment in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, following the story of Return of the Jedi, released in 1983, and is the 7th episode of the 9-part Skywalker saga. It was produced by Lucasfilm and Bad Robot Productions and was distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Produced on a budget of $300 million, it has a massive box office collection of $2.068 billion. It is also the highest grossing film in North America and the highest grossing film of 2015. Now guys, we are moving on to the top 3 films on our list, and the competition is getting really high. Number 3. Titanic. Everybody knows of Jake, Rose and Titanic, and if you don't, I have no words to say. Titanic is a 1997 American epic romance and disaster film directed, written, co-produced and co-edited by James Cameron. The film was co-financed by Paramount Pictures and 20th Century Fox. The former handled distribution in North America while the latter released the film internationally. It was the most expensive film ever made at the time, with a production budget of $200 million. It was also nominated for 14 Academy Awards and won 11 of them, including the awards for Best Picture and Best Director. It was also the first film to reach the $1 billion mark and the second film to gross more than $2 billion. In 2017, the film was re-released for its 20th anniversary and was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry. It has a total box office collection of $2.194 billion and was the highest grossing film ever at the time until Cameron's Avatar surpassed it in 2010. Number 2. Avatar. Avatar is a 2009 American epic science film directed, written, produced and co-edited by James Cameron. During its theatrical run, the film broke several box office records and became the highest grossing film at the time, as well as in the United States and Canada, surpassing Cameron's Titanic. It also became the first film to gross more than $2 billion and was the best-selling film of 2010 in the United States. Produced on a budget of almost $240 million, it has a total box office collection of $2.79 billion. Can you believe that? Now guys, we are moving on to the king, the highest grossing film of all time. Number 1. Avengers Endgame. Unless you have been living on Mars, you probably know of Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame is a 2019 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics superhero team, the Avengers, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the direct sequel to Avengers Infinity War, released in 2018, and the 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Avengers Endgame was widely anticipated, and Disney backed the film with Marvel's largest marketing campaign. With an estimated budget of $356 million, it is one of the most expensive films ever made. It grossed a staggering $2.797 billion worldwide, surpassing Infinity War's entire theatrical run in just 11 days. It broke numerous box office records, including becoming the highest grossing film of all time by surpassing James Cameron's Avatar by a margin of $7 million. That's gonna conclude it for our video, guys. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and share this video with your family, friends, relatives, and anyone you want. Until the next video, goodbye.